In this video, I'm going to show you how to use, how to blink an LED that's on an external breadboard. Okay, so the first thing we need is a breadboard. So I'm going to get the breadboard out here and click down there. Move this down a little bit. Okay, now breadboards are used so that you don't have to wire components together. You just put one end of a component in a hole, and whatever you want to connect it to gets put in another hole on the breadboard. Now you do have to know which holes are connected together so that you get things wired correctly. Now, as you see here, when I put my cursor on row 10 here, we have this circle, little green circles here. That indicates that all of these holes are connected together. All right, now, right here, there's a gap in the breadboard, and notice that the holes are not connected across that gap. But if you go across the gap, these holes on the same side of the gap are all connected together. In addition to that, we have right here, which is called the negative rail of the breadboard, and we have a positive rail right below it. And we have the same thing on top here, positive rail and a negative rail. The purpose of this is oftentimes you need to have several components connected to the ground at the same time. So what you can do is connect all of those components to the negative rail and then just have one wire from the rail connected to the ground on the Arduino. All right, I think you'll see how this works as we get a circuit going. All right, first thing we need is an LED. So I'm going to click on that, drag it out here. Okay, now this side you'll notice is the anode, and the anode on an actual LED is the long side. And if you recall, that long wire, the long pin, that's the side that needs to be connected toward the plus 5 volts. The shorter side right here is called the cathode. That gets connected toward the ground. All right, keeping that in mind, we're going to get a resistor here. Bring that out. Okay, now on the simulation, we can control the resistance of that resistor by using this little box here. Now I want to make it the same resistance as you have in your kit. That's 330 ohms. So I'm going to type 330 here. And I also have to change this kilo ohms to ohms. Okay, you'll notice the color code there changed as well. All right, now I need to get a wire and connect this side to, I'm going to use port 3 on the Arduino. I could use any of these digital ports here. And on this side, I'm going to use the ground rail and just connect the wire to either one of these grounds. Doesn't matter which one you use. And you could use the one up here too, for that matter. Okay, so that's all there is to wiring this up. If you look at the code, it's exactly the same code as we had when we blinked the onboard LED. The only thing that's different is I changed the port. Instead of 13, I changed it to 3. But the actual code is the same. So I'm going to hide that. And now I just start simulation. And sure enough, you can see that that LED is blinking. Okay, so I would like you to build this on your breadboard using your actual LED and get your LED to blink.